Welcome to section 4, the final section, and probably quite a short one as well because this is just my final thoughts and goodbye. And in this section you'll learn the importance of testing and learning in your life, some quotes and final thoughts on happiness and knowing yourself, and how to contact me and/or stay in touch. Lecture 12, Test and Learn Through Trial and Error. Trial and error is one of the best ways I know to figure yourself out, but of course it's also time consuming. But don't let this put you off. Now, everything you've learnt in this course is definitely going to help fast track your self-awareness as a gateway to happiness. But it's really important alongside that you continue throughout your whole life to just do things, try things, because that's how you learn. So try new things, test them, and if they don't work or they don't make you happy, you'll have learned something. And that's invaluable. And it means that whatever you've done was not a waste of time. If you try something and it's a complete failure, in my opinion, it's only a failure if you don't learn from it. And it's only a waste of time if you don't learn from it. And I've got some quotes here that I'd just like to share to help explain some of these concepts. And this one is apparently from Albert Einstein. You might have heard it before. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And that's just saying how it really is stupid to do something, fail at it, and not learn from it. So try things, do things, and if you fail, which you will a lot, learn from it, and you'll get better. Because failure is the best teacher. And contrary to what some people might have you believe, failure is not the opposite of success. It might be in the dictionary, but in real life, failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. There is nobody on the planet who has become successful at anything without failing loads of times. You cannot succeed without failure. And the most important thing is to learn from it. Because when you learn from it, you become better. I think it was Winston Churchill who said, "Success is going from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm." Now, the exercises and knowledge that we've covered so far in this course will definitely fast track your self-awareness, but there's no teacher as good as experience. And as I've already alluded to, even getting experience can be fast-tracked by simply doing. Quit pondering and dwelling on the past, because the past has passed. It's a very easy thing that a lot of us do, which is thinking about the past, going over it over and over again. And there's a happy medium here. There's nothing wrong with going over the past if you're reflecting on the past and figuring how you can learn from any mistakes you've made and how you can get better. But don't ponder, don't dwell on the past, because it's gone. There's nothing you can do about the past in terms of changing it. The past is a place to learn from, not to live in. So many people live in the past, but you can't move on in your life if you spend it in the past. And as this other quote here says, you can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading your last one. So focus on moving forward with your life, with the knowledge and lessons that you've learned from your past, and try things, test and learn. Trying and failing, as I said, is not a waste of time. The only wastes of time are dwelling on your past and focusing on things that you have literally no control over. The other waste of time, which I've not put there, is failing at something and not learning from it. A useful principle to remember when playing the game of life and putting into practice this testing and learning philosophy is to use joy as your GPS. It's a very simple concept, but it can work quite well. Use joy as your GPS. In other words, go towards the activities and the hobbies and the experiences and the people that make you feel happy, fulfilled, motivated, inspired, alive. And go away from the activities, the hobbies, the experiences and the people that drain your happiness. So if you do something and you hate it, don't do it again. But of course, sometimes in business, there might be something that you have to do to move your business along that you hate doing. And if that's the case, in the short term, you might have to do it if it's for the greater good. But in the longer term, certainly when you've got enough money to do so, you should then delegate those things. If there's things that you don't like doing, but they still do have to be done for whatever reason, delegate them if you can. And focus on what you're good at and what you enjoy doing. If you try a hobby and you don't like it, don't do it. If you spend time with somebody who makes you feel good, who gives you happiness, who inspires you or motivates you, or that you just love being with and talking to, spend more time with that person and people like them. If you come across somebody or meet somebody or you have someone in your life already that drains your happiness or quashes your dreams or makes you feel bad about yourself or insecure, spend less time with them. If you can, cut them out completely, but I appreciate that can be difficult if it's things like your parents or family. But at the very least, spend less time with them, or at least spend less time listening to them, even if it involves putting some headphones in and listening to positivity.